kind of strapped. So having that time where I was able to kind of take a back seat from just training clients and just focus on what I wanted to do. And that is, being able to reach a little bit more people just outside of Buffalo, New York. And already since just launching that, I've already gained about 35 nutrition clients. And it's taking off right now. I'm almost at capacity and looking to actually bring on some more nutrition coaches underneath me.
That's awesome. So
yeah, it's going really well.
Like, how have things changed operationally from like Jada Blitz Fitness? Because you launched. I mean, how old is that facility? Like a year old, I think.
No, not even a year old. We were only open. We opened in November, so we had November, December, January, February, and then obviously COVID hit in middle of March. So and then we were shut down for 6 months. So we had to adapt with the times, and I think we just we had to do what we had to do with what we could control, and that was like we ran a PT special that helped kind of boost sales that way. Luckily, we have a really great community here base that we built, that people supported Jada Blitz and wanted to kind of give back, so they allowed us to run their membership dues for it. No, not even a year old. We were only open facility. So I think it's a testament to what we built here, and people believe in us and want to see us make it out of this alive. From an adapting standpoint, my staff worked the entire time. My operation manager, my general manager, personal trainers, and our graphic designer actually worked the entire time through COVID to ensure that we were always staying above flow and innovating and getting prepared for when that time was when we can open the doors again. And since we opened the doors, I think it's been almost 3, maybe 4 weeks now, and things are coming around. People are feeling more comfortable. They understand the procedures and policies that are in place, and everyone's abiding by the rules and been cooperating, and they really trust everything that we put in place.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's a good thing about your organization is you're pretty close knit with the community compared to like LA Fitness or Crunch Fitness. And do you feel like being an entrepreneur and a small business owner within West New York, do you feel like it's easier or more difficult with the fact that you have a close knit to the community, but maybe you don't have the resources like in LA Fitness or something like that?
I think that we have an advantage from that standpoint, that we are local owners here. I was born and raised in Buffalo, New York, and I've been in the industry for a long time, so people know of me, know what I stand for, know our morals and values and our culture that we built here. People believe that they want more than a gym. This is an outlet for a lot of people. So from that standpoint, I think we'd have a huge advantage, and we actually gained a lot of people from LA Fitness, just because of the different offerings that we do have too. We're not just a gym. We have a Balanced Body Cafe in here. We have a full daycare in here. We have our shake bar. We have a supplement shop. We have a retail shop. We have a concierge desk. We have Arsenal strength gym equipment here. We have regular gym equipment here. We have a boutique style spin studio. We have group training. We have a blitz class. I mean, it goes on. I can just sit here and talk all day of what we really offer and how we're different than any other club that's out there.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've seen it for myself, but also just your staff alone. And what would you say your mission is to your clients? What makes you, aside from all the offerings that you have, what makes you so much different from your national chain gym or just a super gym in general? Like, what makes you guys so different?
I think we're a family. We're all here for one another. Our motto of your goals, our purpose stands behind us. I think that really hits home. And when we made that our motto, it's like these are our values. This is what we want. So when someone comes in here, we roll out a red carpet for them. This is about us. This is about how we can give back to our people, to our members, to our clients. And I think it shows. And people, they see us go above and beyond, not just from a customer service standpoint, even from like a maintenance standpoint. We have a full maintenance team that's on board here that really pitches in and works together, and they see that, and people feel really comfortable with that.
Yeah,
especially with these times.
I could attest to that. Even the quality of the equipment. I mean, Arsenal strength equipment. Just my biggest thing when I was working at LA Fitness is that we would go through trainers on a pretty consistent basis. Like, you know, a lot of turnover, and it could have been from various reasons. Maybe I didn't do a great job as a manager maintaining and retaining employees, but I know like the wage scale, it was difficult for them. They didn't really have much of really holding them at LA Fitness. It was almost like a stepping point to doing independent training or going off to another gym. And I think it just says a lot about your facility. Like, you've had employees who've been there for, I mean, years, from the time that you had that little studio. Yeah. To transitioning to, you know, the other facility, and now being at, you know, this huge gym with so much to offer. I think is just really, really cool to see that level of growth that you guys sustain. And if you want to touch on that, another question is, I know being in fitness or business, whatever it is, a lot of people are motivated to do something and make changes like your organization has and continue to grow and develop. But what do you think is the hardest part about doing that? And do you think it's more so about discipline and consistency rather than just straight motivation every single morning?
Those are good questions. So to go back to your first one, it's been very important to me and Ashley as owners to be able to provide for our employees, right? From a standpoint of obviously, yes, pay, but the benefits behind it. So we offer full-time health benefits to our full-time employees, and we also match their they can put it into a 401k. Yeah, and we match that too. So there alone, you actually get more benefit than working at another, you know, corporate gym like that. And you know, we have a different pay structure that allows them to be able to succeed and almost, in a sense, run their own business, which people like to do, with us taking care of some of the other stuff and the paperwork that people actually hate to do on their own. So it's a good platform for them to be able to grow without worrying about some of the back end stuff, and we take care of that for them.
That's awesome. And it kind of compared to when you first started off doing independent training. And, you know, I remember when I was working out with you, that was the best shape of my life by far. And kind of going back, like, if you want to touch on the last question too, like, what does it require to get to where you're at currently compared to what people may think it requires?
Yeah, I know you were talking about like the motivation, like of like, you know, somebody might like see a picture, right, on, you know, Instagram or Facebook, right, and get super, super motivated and actually maybe even send me a message like, oh my God, I want to look like that. But then after a day, they kind of ghost you because that motivation had ran out already. They see it, they want it then and there. And, you know, from a sales standpoint, you stay across from people and you don't want them to leave that day because they're very motivated to do that, right? Yeah. I would like to see the statistics of somebody actually walking out that day to actually come back to sign up. Probably not very good. So motivation runs out very quickly. It's instilling the good habits, okay, on a day-to-day basis that is going to allow you to be successful. So we are committed to this business, to our clients, and then, you know, we have certain things that we do that align with that to make sure that we're providing that. So I think it goes back to the habits of like, you know, okay, this is what we have to do in order for us to be successful. Yeah.
And it instead of just collecting membership dues, you guys approach it a little bit differently where, like you said, it's a family. Everyone that I know that goes there feels like they're a part of something in terms of sports fitness.
Well, we're constantly trying to innovate and create things, and people see that. It could be as simple as bringing a new piece of equipment. It could be like an attachment on a lap pull down, and people see that and they get very excited. Like, oh my God, did you see that new lap pull down machine? Like, you know, attachment that they had. Little things like that shows like the level of growth and the fact that you're actually thinking about the business and you're trying to continue to grow that as well. And we're not very stagnant people from a professional standpoint, from an individual standpoint, and obviously that comes out and that trickles out into our business.
And as a business owner, what does it take to have that type of mindset? Because I know a lot of companies, especially in Buffalo, we're more of a old school type of culture. When you're constantly trying to innovate, how difficult does that become for you as a business owner?
It comes down to work ethic and doing what you love to do. I'm very blessed to be able to do what I love to do. And I don't think there's a lot of people that can actually truly say that. So it's easy for me in that sense. And work ethic has never been, I never shy away from that. And again, it's just a commitment to, what we're trying to do here. And we're trying to grow the best club possible.
Yeah.
And not even from just a Western New York standpoint, just from all over.
Yeah. And is that what you're kind of doing with Justin Draper Fitness, is now the ability to offer that, just not from a physical location, but touch people nationwide?
Exactly. I've always kind of done nutrition for people, and organically, I've always just gained people and always had a good amount of clients through online. But now even just putting myself out there a little bit more, showing the success of some of my clients, and also just providing content that's relevant to somebody that may want, like, hey, I was on the fence about signing up with nutrition or personal training, and now they're like, wow, that just hit home with me. Justin's putting himself out there. He seems very motivated and very inspiring stories. And hey, how do I want to be that person. I want to take that, that next step. And that's my motto with that is you can, you will. And that's where the Justin Draper kind of fitness thing. And then obviously having the clothing line and having stories. And hey, how do I want to be that person. And fitness, fashion has always been my thing too. So
look at the mats. You gotta show the mats.
You gotta see this, man.
See?
Everything branded all the way, man.
Yeah, I like it. And it's quality stuff too. I mean, if you got, I'm not sure if you're using Lululemon for your actual apparel, but I mean, all your apparel is dope. Like I
Thank you.
All the time.
Yeah, that's all custom. I still I'm an ambassador with Lululemon, and Lululemon is on another level. But yeah, Justin Draper, it's a little bit more performance lifestyle gear.
Nice. And how have you transitioned to doing your business? That, like you said, you had online clients prior to doing nutrition plans, but making that shift to actually doing full operations to Justin Draper Fitness, has it been what you expected? Has it been more difficult, less difficult, or elaborate a little bit on that?
You have to prioritize. Let's just put it that way. Having all these businesses and having your hands in multiple businesses, you have to prioritize your time and really carve out time for the Justin Draper Fitness. And I've recently backed off of personal training clients to focus more on the nutrition aspect. Although I do personal training still, because that was my first passion, and I still enjoy it. I enjoy being on the floor. I enjoy people, and I enjoy helping them from a one-on-one standpoint. But just carving out time for it, setting aside hours where it's like I'm devoted to Justin Draper Fitness and online clients, and put everything aside for this couple hours, and then just blocks of time. That's it, really.
I mean,
scheduling things.
Multiple avenues that you're going in. And what I was kind of shocked about is 6 months ago, the pandemic hits, you just opened this facility, you invested a bunch of money, you have, all these things, and now COVID hits and you got to shut down. What did that do for your confidence? And did you ever question yourself, like, are we making the right moves in a sense, or how did you manage to rebound from that type of situation?
I never once second guess. I mean, I never once. I'm not going to be 100% honest with you. I live this lifestyle 24/7, and the amount of time that we put in from the time that we wake up to the time we go to bed, me and my wife and my team is amazing. We're just completely committed, and we're workaholics, and we knew that we were going to make this alive. We're going to make it out of this alive, and even thrive, and even be better. And we're gonna prove to people that we can be better than all these other clubs that's out there.
And you're fully committed, and there's no doubt in your mind, no hesitation.
Nothing at all. We're in this for the long haul.
Yeah. And I think that's a huge difference compared to the mentality, even that I've had at times, being unemployed throughout this period. You begin to question yourself, and you having that strong mindset is almost more important than being, the physical strength. Obviously, there's going to be things that you have to endure, but having that psychological battle and having that confidence, I think that could take you along. That's why you're operating now, that's why you got your line. So I think that's been great. And do you have any, I don't know how much time. Ooh, I'm running 5 minutes over. So if I could just ask you, if you have any advice for anyone who's having a difficult time throughout this period, or if they're looking to open their own business, what advice would you give those people?
I think that it really comes down to having a passion for what you do, right? You gotta believe in what you do 100%. It can't be something that you just picked up over the weekend that you want to, start a business with. Find something that you truly love, that you're passionate about, that you feel like you can offer value. And then once you commit to that, go full throttle with it and don't look back at all. Don't try to dabble into so many different things initially. Before I started all these other businesses, I did personal training. That's what I did for 12 years straight. Okay. I got really good at that. And then I was able to branch off of that. So pick your career, pick your occupation, put your time into that, put your dues in, pay your dues. And I promise you that you will come out of it with even more avenues to kind of go down the road with. Yeah. So just, put your foot on the pedal and just go with it. And don't think just because I've been starting for 3 months and I'm not having the success I would like that, it's a wash. No, that's the time to even grind a little bit more and just continue to put that time in, and you will see the value.
How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, come on, let's see these grades right here. What do you think? What are you thinking nowadays?
Because I remember me and you when you're 26 and you said you were saving every single dollar that you got saying you're opening your own gym. And then it's funny to see where you're at now, because it's like you didn't deviate from that plan at all. I mean, the plan was like a 10-year plan, but it's awesome to see the place you're now, and having that mentality and mindset. I know that you're just strong in that sense, so that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I don't want to hold you up any longer, but thank you so much for your time. I'll put your info in wherever I post this, and, maybe we could catch up in the next week or two too.
All right. Sounds good. I appreciate it, Ben. Thanks for your time.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you.
All right, bro. You got it.